they had the new second Doctor set released on Big Finish. Now, I'm one episode into it, and it's excellent, right? I'll show you. Let me pull that up. Hang on, share screen. So James Robert McCrimmon, right? So this is the second box set in the post-War Games Doctor Who. And they have Michael Troughton playing the second Doctor, and I really like his second Doctor. I love Fraser Hines' second Doctor too. I think it was perfect. But Michael Troughton's one seems very authentic and fresh, right? And it's more of he's a little bit more playful, right, than Fraser Hines. But so this one, I don't know what the answer to the mystery is. The Doctor. So basically, the Doctor is working for the CIA. That's the Celestial Intervention Agency, not Central Intelligence Agency. How do you know he's not working for the American CIA? Because he doesn't look like a pedophile, right? If he looked like a pedo, yeah, much more likely he's working for the American CIA, not the not the Celestial Intervention. Maybe they're pedos too. I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway. He basically wakes up after he's like, I have the right to decide what I look like, and he's an agent of basically being forced to be an agent. He's got the only thing I don't like. He's got a handler called Raven who doesn't feel like it's of its time, right? It doesn't feel like that would have happened in the early 70s. He could have had a female handler, but like the woman just sounds too. Is written too modern and sounds too modern, right? When I say modern, bland. So that's really the only real downside. The two stories in the first box set were awesome. One was a sequel to Evil of the Daleks, and you saw how the Doctor was plagued by the thought that he committed genocide on the Daleks, and he was basically returning to the wreckage of Skaro, and I think that worked really well. But again, so I'm one episode into this box set, and I'm loving it. Like, I really like Michael Troughton's taking it. So where you got Jamie so far is he's very confused, and everything's like time is disjointed. He's old, and it seems to be reality is disjointed as well. He's being cared for in an Edinburgh castle. You get the feeling that the Doctor's about to meet up with him, in the next 10 minutes or so, right? That's the vibe I'm getting. But it's very similar to the Grant Morrison return. Yeah, I think I have that. Let me pull that up. The Grant Morrison comic strip where you had Jamie in it. It was the last six Doctor strip. It was the last one, I think, that was regularly drawn by John Ridgway. Yeah, and John Ridgway's the man. I love John Ridgway. Here, one second. Let me see if it's opening up. Come on, in your own time. There we go. It's which graphic novel is it? It's one of these. World Shapers. There you go. 1 second. So I just have to unzip it. Unarchiver app. Okay, fine. Doink. It's doing that. But so essentially, there's they mentioned Planet 13 or something that was mentioned in Invasion, I believe. Here we go. And so the Sixth Doctor goes and finds Jamie, who was there. So Sixth Doctor, Jamie, Frobisher, Perry. 1 second. Now okay, now I've got this open. Now I've just got to find the right strip. Where is it? Man, look, I'm thumbing through all this John Ridgway Sixth Doctor art, and it is freaking gorgeous. I mean, it is crazily gorgeous. Oh man, so that's the gift. Here it is. Here it is. Fine. So we go over. Let's do a. Hang on. It's so yeah. For a while, it was Tim Perkins was doing the art with him. I think Tim Perkins is on the inks of this one, but I think it was mainly John Ridgway. Here, let me just open this up. It'll be Doink. Yeah, here it comes. World Shapers. So again, this is worth buying the this graphic novel if it's still in print. This is freaking gorgeous, right? So then Tim Perkins on the art, John Ridgway very much helping him because he didn't know what was doing at first. So they arrive at Marinus. Yeah, look, this Perry's not so great. And they find a dying Time Lord's TARDIS. I mean, this is again, this is just simply gorgeous, right? And so it's got a something to Planet 13. And when they leave with shadowy shapes, right? But they go and find they go and find Jamie, right? So here it is. So it's very similar. They're calling him Mad Jamie. He said he was crazy. He keeps talking about monsters and outer space. And they actually had a scene very similar to that where he's being taunted in a bar, like basically calling him Mad Jamie, right? So they take him on this adventure. They go back to Marinus, and all the water's gone. Right? You would expect to have water. It's been like so. It's got like some time thing is moving it forward, and essentially you have the Vord turning into early Cybermen. So this looks like John Ridgway inking it, right? Is it, or is this just inking it uncredited? Oh, the titles are at the end of this one. Right, so it's basically Jamie's last adventure. I like this, there's a kind of like similar ending to Sarah Kingdom. He plunges his what's it called again? What's the name of his big sword into the time disruptor thing, sacrificing himself nobly, like whoosh. Again, look at the storytelling, right? It's just freaking awesome, right? It's using the medium of comics in a way that's supposed to be used, right? There's Time Lords there and meets up. Is this John Ridgway? Tim Perkins did the ink on this. I'm impressed, right? Excellent story, right? So it very much echoes that. But yeah, I'm not that far into it yet. You know what? Let's have a quick look. I actually have a review that I can actually do now, right? Because I find it, so it's so hard actually getting myself to listen to things from Big Finish right now. When I hear something that's like exciting to listen to, it's a joy. It really is a joy. And that actually happened with this release. I'm firstly the James Robert McCrimmon one, but the Once and Future release. We're up to episode 3. Yeah, let's do a review of that. Yeah, up to part 3. And it's a recommend, right? This one is a strong recommend. This is the best one they've done, I think, right? This is totally the best one they've done. Placing Sylvester McCoy's Doctor in the Time War is brilliant, right? Because he is a Doctor just so apt for the Time War with all the manipulation, the dirty manipulations that are going on, and the politics. So he's perfect casting. This is one of his best releases he's done in years with Big Finish. I mean, absolutely. So the point of Once and Future is the War Doctor has been injured somehow, and he keeps flitting between regenerations. It's a ruse so you can have a 6, 7, 8 part series, all with different Doctors, basically just celebrating all of Doctor Who, which is what the 5 Doctors did, is what the 3 Doctors did. It's a celebration of the history of Doctor Who. And every aspect of it, and you see lots of parts of it, and I like seeing it all kind of melded together. I like seeing Sylvester McCoy's Doctor in the Time War, for example. So, and also they got Vecklin in it, who Beth Chalmers. This is her best role with Big Finish as well, because she really works for this character. She didn't work as Rain for me. Rain was the companion in the the Lost Stories season 27, which wasn't as good as I hoped it would be. So Rain was the idea was Rain was the daughter of a gangster who the Doctor helped in the 60s, right? And then in the 80s, he'd become very, very powerful and wealthy. And Rain was his daughter who wanted to be like a safe cracker, but her father wanted to go to finishing school. So basically she ended up, going on adventures with the 7th Doctor. That was a good segue from Ace, right? It had different but the same. So that were she was the wrong casting for it, right? It needed somebody more fun, right? She didn't sound that fun, right? But as Vecklin, this commander in the Time War, really works, right? It really works. So the idea of this one is the Doctor's trying to investigate why he's changing regenerations. In every episode, we get a little bit of 1, 2, 3, whatever, a bunch of them. And that's normally played by Michael Troughton when they do the second Doctor. Tim Trelaw's the third, and I think they use Stephen Noonan for the first. So the first one I found a bit too twee. I didn't really like it because it was with the modern. It was a fourth Doctor with the modern unit, and I don't like the modern unit. I don't like Osgood. I don't like what's her name? Kate Lethbridge Stewart. I just none of it really lands. Osgood just annoys the crap out of me, right? I don't like the fan girlishness of her, right? That's something I hate about the recent episode of Star Trek: Strange New Worlds. How everybody was a fan of something else in previous Star Trek. Like they even had Lieutenant Lesbian Latinx, was it Ortegas, saying that she was a fan of Merryweather, I think, from Enterprise. I'm like, I know that name. I had to think for a second. It's just stupid. It really is stupid. So that's why I wasn't, so into the first one. The second one was a Peter Davison one where they're trying to find a piece of art that connects with mystery. But at the end of that, he gets sucked up in the time scoop by this clandestine organization, maybe the CIA, maybe not, for some mission in the Time War. And they're using the satellite from Trial of the Time Lord as a base, which again, that's what it is. It's a very like mixture of a gazillion different things. It's all a big celebration of Doctor Who. There's a mission that Davros wants to defect, right? He's being held as a prisoner on a Dalek moon. He wants to defect, and he wants the Doctor to come and get him. You also have Ken Bones in it as the Time Lord General. Again, he's very good in this one as well. And you got Terry Malloy as Davros. Always perfect, right? I like when he dies, he's clocking on. I don't know what they'll do. Maybe use Jeremy Beach, but here's Davros on these audios. He's got such a command of his voice. He really knows what he's doing. And Davros is his absolute devious, cunning best, which is why I think it works so well with the Seventh Doctor. So so he wants to defect, and he has an idea of how to end the Time War. And this is a mild spoiler, but he wants to make a hybrid, which I think very much ties into the Capaldi. What was it, his last season or his second? I can't remember. Right when they intimated he was the hybrid. But yeah, look, generally speaking, everything about this is it's a game. If you're not subscribed to the series, I would say this is a recommend as a buy alone one, right? Because it's so strong, right? It's such a enjoyable hour of Doctor Who, right? With a very intense. Let's see what it has to say in the blurb. The Time War, staggering. They say this everyone. In the midst of the Time War, the Time War has received a communication from Falcus, a prison moon of Skaro. Its sole inmate Davros wishes to make them an offer. He will help them with the Time War, but only if the Doctor comes to his rescue. Yeah, no, that's a good one. So, that's right. We looked at the trailer last show, so I want to get. Is there a video for this one? Let's have a look. No, there really should be, right? There really should, because this is damn strong, right? This is very, very strong. One of the better parts of Big Finish. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.